Guys, what's going on? How we doing today? I hope everybody is feeling well and happy. I wonder if I should take the hat off. No, we're gonna leave the hat on. Actually, I feel like it's been protecting all of my thoughts today, not gonna lie. I just kind of want to figure out this, I guess it doesn't really matter. You don't really need to see my face, honestly. Okay. Hello. Welcome back. My name is Jackie, and this is Dream Ether 13. And I wanted to come on and do a little reading for y'all today and see what, what Source has to tell us for today. Give us some updates on the energies that we are experiencing here on planet Earth. Pache Mama, Mother Gaia, or whatever you call her. I call her my cosmic mother. She's my mother. This is my mom. Mother Earth is my mother, my literal mother. And I will honor her forever. And Father Sky, I will do the same. So, okay. So you may hear some things in the background. I am kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. But it's exactly where I need to be. And so I wanted to kind of come out here and get a vibe check too. Check some things out. I am on like very what's the word I'm looking for? Unconstructed land, like over here where I'm at. It's like people, there's no like running water, like, you know what I mean? They kind of have they have access. There's like goats and chickens and what else do we got out here? Mostly goats and chickens and horses, ducks. There's like a bunch of that going on. They're very quiet today though. And I see one of my friends' children's coming this way, so I may have to push pause for a moment, but that's okay. I just I want to be respectful of of children on my page. What are you doing? What are you eating? Cheez-It? Hot Cheeto? Alright. Let's go ahead and see if I can get a reading. Let's get a reading for you. Yes, it's such a beautiful day out, guys. Oh my goodness. I am feeling so good right now. This card wants to show up. The Ace of Wands. Alright, let's go ahead and pull it. Let's see what let's get this ball rolling. Sorry, I'm like a little stuttery. I'm out of my element and just trying to get past some things here. So let me just recalibrate. Let me go ahead and call in my angels. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for always guiding and protecting me. And let's go ahead and call on Source. Thank you, Spirit, for being here for me. And if there is a message you would like to share through me today, I would greatly appreciate it. And, I just want to make sure that everyone is aware that they are very safe here and super protected and always welcome to be in this energy. And there's no judgments here at all. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and find out what Spirit has to say today. I'm not surprised at all. Expansion and inspiration. Okay. So, expansion and inspiration. An extremely high energy card. The Ace of Wands indicates new growth is all around you, physically and mentally. So, new growth is all around you. Okay, I'm not going to put that there. We're just going to go with it. Okay. Your ideas and outlook will expand, and creativity seems endless. This fertile time can also have literal meanings, a pregnancy or a birth. I've been getting a lot of that lately, a lot of fertile energy myself, or birth may be on the horizon. And this could be talking about like a birth of something, maybe even like a rebirth, even. Okay, on the horizon. Though it's thrilling to embark on your new journey, your good judgment is needed more than ever, and don't rush into it. Okay, heard that. So a lot of us are have been going through, and been purging. We've been purging the pain that needs to be purged so that we can usher in this new era without all the baggage and bullshit that really, the bullshift, as some people say, because this is really what we're in the middle of right now is literally a shift. It's a frequency shift. That's probably, I don't know why anybody hasn't said it like that before. They're like, it's the timeline shift or this or that. And it's like, no, it is timeline shifting, but it is actually a frequency shift. We're in a frequency shift right now. I myself have been kind of going and popping through different timelines, unaware, like literally this stuff is kind of unraveling as we go by day. Okay, so the best thing that I could tell you is to not be worried about it and not be scared, but the only thing that you should really focus on is try to stay positive. And I don't mean just being like, I don't fucking know, like don't get down on yourself for any of this stuff. That's the worst place that anybody could be. First of all, worrying in isolation is the literal worst energy that any human could be in ever. And a lot of people who watch my channel, I believe, have experienced in the past, narcissistic relationships with people. Maybe you don't even know what that is. I think we do now. I think over the past couple years, it's kind of been pretty mainstream, which I'm so thankful for. So let's go ahead and pull another card for this energy that we're in, this determination or this inspiration and expansion. And with the solar flares that we've been getting too over the last it's been happening forever. It always happens, but specifically May 8th, I believe, was the day that we had the geomagnetic storms and all the auroras were visible all around the world. I think not really all around the world, but in places around the world that it wouldn't normally reach, like up and even into like Pacific Coast area, California, whatever. So let's go ahead and get some more cards for this energy. Find out what Spirit wants us to know today. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards to see if we can get a clear reading. Clarity spread. Okay, we'll do. Okay, so I kind of feel like I want to put this card here. Oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome. This is so cool. Wow. Okay. So I'm not really like new at this, but I'm also new at this, right? So it's like I'm trying to channel in the messages intuitively and also like psychically picking up the things that I need to. And right off the bat, so we were just talking about the auroras and things like that. And the Ace of Wands as well, that was indicating new growth is all around you. And I'm looking at these wands tied up around that portal looking, it looks like a portal to me, honestly. And it's also horizontal, like the lines are on the horizon, which is indicating, and it's a number 3. Is it it's, what card is that? Oh, shoot. I haven't gotten past the first 5 or 10 Roman numerals, so just give me a minute and I'll pull the information from the book. So it looks like this this event horizon of this, you know, this, I'm getting a lot of rainbow warriors as well with this. I don't know if any of you guys are aware of that, but I have a belief that you know, this isn't just my belief either. The rainbow children are here. They really are, and you might be one of them. I resonate as one as well. It's so hard, really, with so many different concepts out there, like indigo children, crystal children. What else is there? There's like the starseed concepts, you know, all of that stuff. So you might be resonating with some of those terms, and if so, I suggest that you look into those for yourself. Very enlightening. Okay, so, and then with this card here, I'm sensing, you know, you're steady. You've been cocooned. You're ready to emerge already. Like this looks like coming out of, you know, like some battles. Looks like you've got like so many swords looming at you, right? And so it may have been quite a bit of a struggle, but I believe you're coming full circle back to, you know, your something to do with the, you know, the wheel of life and karma, and you know that you're out of the matrix. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. Okay, so all right, so the Three of Wands indicates you've had continued support from others, okay? Perhaps from your parents or two good friends. With their help, you've formed a sense of self or your values and morals, but now it's time to rely on yourself for guidance. Clarify your goals and cast others' needs and opinions aside. The future is infinite, and it is yours. No one else can see through its layers of light and shadow. So back to like the timeline shift in the portal and whatever else kind of things that was going on here on Earth right now. These people living in different dimensions, and you know, this, what do they call it, quantum entanglement, where you're like literally you're like in the 5D, but you're still in the 3D in a sense, and it's almost like you can see other people's realities, but it's not your reality. Does that make sense? Okay, so this portal. So if you don't know, the sun and the solar flares actually bring light and consciousness to us humans and Earth, really, more so Earth. What happens is it's like way too much for me to even try to scientifically explain right now, but if you're interested, I suggest following Stephan Burns, StephanBurns. Stephan Burns, he's like a geomagnetic fucking genius, and I watch him a lot, actually, and he blows my mind because I don't really know much about science and like the terminology and stuff. I'm just like, wow, it's pretty fucking amazing. He does try to keep his, you know, ideas pretty scientific, but he will bring in concepts of astrology, and in the sense of how the planets affect us, right? Not necessarily like your horoscope, but more so like the energies of the planets in the constellations that associate with astrology. That makes sense? Okay. So in order to, a lot of us, I don't know, maybe I'm doing way more work than I think I am, you know, because somehow I've managed to be on that timeline, that higher timeline of existence of, you know, connecting to your higher self and really getting away from all of this bullshit, you know what I mean? Like the opinions of other people, you know, our futures are infinite, like they literally are, and our pasts are the same. So it's like, in a way, right? So maybe you're being called to look into some of these topics that I'm talking about. Like I said, it's been a few days since I've been on here. I haven't done a reading in over a week or two. So I'm feeling a little rusty. So, but, and I'm out of I'm out of my comfort zone, but actually I'm very much comfortable here. And I've also quit smoking this week. So my brain is kind of, and I've also been working in the sun all day, hot in the sun all day. Anyways, so this whole timeline thing, it's all about a frequency. It's all about aligning yourself with those energies that I was just talking about, the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, and getting into this flow, and creating this currency within yourself, within your chakra system, which, you know, we have the root chakra at the base of the spine, which is way down here. And then you have your your sacral chakra, which is right here. It's just like it's like an orange color. And then right around the navel, you have your solar plexus, which a lot of you may be experiencing solar plexus activations, where you may be getting bursts of creativity out of nowhere, or things are becoming easier for inspiration to thrive. And if there's not a lot of things that you've got to purge, I mean, even when I was still weighed down with a lot of the things that I still had left to purge, I was still accessing this information and this frequency. But how it will affect you in the long run on the negative is where you really want to pay attention to, because you can handle as much, you know, we can handle a lot of stress, and we can handle a lot of like extrasensory things coming on all the time, because we have been for so long. But it's very important when we're talking about this as far as frequency and timeline shifting, because you need to, if you're trying to go to the new earth, you know, internally, because it's an interdimensional thing. When you're trying to go to the inner, like not inner earth, but when you're trying to go to, you know, that you're trying to align things in your life, you first need to make sure you're flowing, your energies are flowing clear. And you know, I spent a lot of time last summer, and again this right now, rooting, and I used gardening as a metaphor while I was working to kind of metaphorically and emotionally, in a way, through my mind, pull out parts of my life that needed to be uprooted. Maybe that didn't align with me anymore, or maybe that didn't that weren't aligned with me, like in both ways, you know. So you need to make sure your frequency matches the your everything else, you know. Like, I could say all of these great things, but even I was being affected by the energy. I mean, we're sensitive beings, especially being an empath. We're picking up on the subtle energies, and whether or not people who don't understand how empathy works, or not empathy, but how an empath's energy works and how they can pick up on things, it's like, it's not like they can necessarily always pick up on the words. Like, okay, say that somebody's bullshitting you. An empath can feel that. Like, you may be using your words and acting a certain way. Inside, somewhere in you, is screaming another energy, right? So say it's envy. Say it's envy, and they're like, no, I could never be envious to you. And inside, they're like, oh my God, I can't stand her. Can she just shut up? You know? Like, that's what we feel. And so then when you come at me like that, and then you want to act like I'm crazy because I know you're lying, you know, this is one of those things, is as an empath, you will probably get better at learning how to decipher what the energies are, right? Now it's at the point where I know my energy from somebody else's energy, because I know myself. And that's something that, you know, Spirit is really calling us to do. Know thyself. Let go of the authority in life and be your own authority. And do it from a place of heart and soul. Like, don't be an authoritative person and try to do it for rulership. No. Lead. Embody those, you know, ideas. That's the only way this world is going to understand what the hell's really going on and how to change it. Is they're never going to get on board until they start seeing you do something different for yourself. End of the story. So let go of old friends to two-faced friends, whatever it is, count on the ones that you know have a good heart. You know, in November, I've been going through some pretty intense psychic initiations. And, yeah, I think I was pulled out of that thought for a reason. So, you know, people don't necessarily always have to be doing like something negatively, like witchcraft or something against you to really make you feel like you're cursed or stuck or things like that, or stagnant, because their energy alone can siphon into yours and make you start feeling those feelings. And then when you're surrounded by people who have those feelings, they're also further exacerbating your level of frequency, right? And so when we allow people to be energy vampires in our life, and when we allow people to behave the way that they want to behave, but we know that we're not, like, it doesn't align, the more that we hang around in those circles, I mean, you are the 5 people that you hang out with the most, or something like that. It's like you become like the 5 people that you surround yourself the most. So maybe ask yourself who those people are. And unfortunately, some of those people might be family and friends that you thought you were aligned with you, but really they're not. It's really sad to me that we have people in the world that are like this. Like, I could never even think like that. Like, I don't know. Like, they're so 5 steps ahead of, or they feel like they need to be 5 steps ahead of anyone else. And they're very competitive, and they're very judgmental. Any of that, say sayonara, like, happily. Don't feel bad about it. Trust me, I just went through this myself. I'll get you guys some questions that you can start asking in ways. Actually, this is the one that I used. I actually just prayed. You know, I just said, God, I pray that you show me my enemies, or my enemies, you know, those who are working against me, be shown, like, show themselves to me. Let them show who they are to me, you know, something along those lines. Thank you, Spirit. And that really worked for me immediately. It took away the emotional baggage, because once you ask the question in this way, once you start to do that, right? So then people start, like, word vomiting their back house, basically. And it's been pretty wild, actually. It's been pretty fucking wild. So it's like, you don't really have to sit and worry. Just ask for the guidance from your spirit guides. Ask God, you know, to have your enemies show themselves to you. Make it clear as day who it is and what their intentions are. Because a lot of us empaths too, since we know this about ourselves, we kind of, because we are loving as well, we kind of hope that what we're feeling isn't accurate, in a hopes that the other person can recognize where they're at and not do that. But they end up doing it. So then we have to kind of accept that. And, you know, unconditional love is not unconditional acceptance of bad behavior. I'm going to say that because that is something that needs to be fucking understood. Unconditional love, I'm going to say it again, is not unconditional acceptance of bad behavior. And you don't have to feel bad about it. Trust me, it took me a long time to figure out how not to feel bad about what I've always known. You know? Okay, so this card. You may have been feeling trapped and powerless, like I said. Surrounded by obstacles and threats on all sides, and you find yourself the victim. You see no way out, no available choices. Your perceptions keep you from opening your wings and taking flight. This is the kind of energy that people can keep you in, just by being surrounded in the wrong by the wrong people. Your perceptions keep you from opening your wings and taking flight. Yeah, literally, this butterfly it's a butterfly. It doesn't even have the cocoon anymore, and she's wrapped up like she's still in a cocoon because she's surrounded by all of this hostility. The Eight of Swords demands an answer. You cannot hang here much longer. Personally, I've been getting this card for months now, and I finally made that jump, and I don't know what's going to happen yet. I'm literally just leaving it up to God and just doing the next right thing. Literally somewhere between the next right thing and doing it. I forgot all about that motto that I had a few years ago that literally got me through so much. Somewhere between the next right thing and doing it. That's literally where you need to be. Okay? For yourself. Man. And then we got the World card. And this is so awesome because the World card, you know, that's coming full circle. That's coming full circle. I've got so many different deck books now that I can't remember which way and which way is which in what book. Anyways, I really personally have been going through a lot, and I'm still way happy about life and things like that because I have God in my corner. That's changed everything for me, honestly. I've never really been comfortable using that word. I use that word, and I also use source, and I use spirit as well. They all mean the same thing to me. You know, they really do. So if you hear me using those words interchangeably, it's because I respect them all. So the World card is talking about the World is the final card in the journey of the major arcana. It signifies completion, harmony, and contentment. It's rare to experience this energy, as we are usually consumed by wanting, needing, and achieving. So when this card appears, contemplate for a moment the idea of being whole. Focus on the image on the card. Close your eyes and envision this radiating energy inside of you. This rainbow frequency radiating inside of you. Literally. Just that's what does it feel like? Where is it located? And what blocks you from feeling a sense of wholeness each and every day of your life? These people. These kinds of people. You know what I mean? This is what you're destined for. Right here. So I'm here to tell you that this is in the past. Okay? Or you need to get it in the past. All right? So let's go ahead and get a closing message here. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Is there anything else that you would like me to share, Spirit, with in this message? Is there anything else that we can, you know, that we need to hear today? Maybe some inspiration, maybe the next steps for, oh, wow. I got way too many cards. That really felt like one card, honestly. But I'm going to take them. This is, okay, so I'm going to take these. All right. I'm like just sitting on the floor in the desert somewhere, barefoot, fucking reading tarot in the dirt. All right, so let's go ahead and, I got the Eight of Pentacles, and again, the rainbow theme, and the web of life, rewiring, rewebbing. Okay, the web of life. That's why I don't know why I'm calling that. It's literally the Eight of Pentacles, but I keep wanting to say that. So, okay, the spider is a true master of her craft. She weaves against all odds with skill, intricacy, and confidence. The Eight of Pentacles requires a similar approach. Hone your skills. You are close to finding mastery at your craft. Oh, wow. That is so awesome. I don't think I've ever gotten this card. Pay attention to all the details. In some cases, this card means you need to find a new hobby, something you truly enjoy. Start a project and become good at it. That is freaking awesome for inspiration. That was so cool. And the Hanged Man, even different perspectives. Major goodness. Oh my God. And I even saw, you have no idea. So before I get too far ahead of myself, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is almost like, I don't know, he kind of gives me, it reminds me of Odin, right? Is that what I'm thinking of? Why does that sound so inaccurate? Odin. It is Odin. He's the one who hung himself from a tree with a missing eyeball, and the trees spoke with him and gave him the rune, the language to speak with them, basically, or something about runes. So he may be actually as well have been called or have been interested in runes as well. Side note. I think that should be my middle name. Side note. Okay. Many people talk about the art of letting go. So this is perfect. But what does it really mean? And how do you achieve it? The Hanged Man has all the answers. Like I said, he's the master of non-attachment. There again, Odin, like literally was not attached to life, was willing to die and just, okay. This card implies there's a sacrifice or a difficult or painful situation coming up in your life. Though you naturally want to resist and struggle through it, be more like the Hanged Man. Find stillness, open your eyes, and use this new perspective to learn something. You are stuck here either way. Right? So like how you can use that kind of as a good thing or an analogy or look at it in this way. I have I'll use my example of where I'm at in my life. So it was supposed to be, I had intentions for myself to be in Maui by now. Things have been pushing me back and back and back and back and back. And I, honestly, at first, I'm not gonna lie. So I got home in August last year, and I had spent 2 months on Maui, and I got, first of all, had to escape one farm in the middle of the night with 4 other girls who had fucking, like, the largest suitcases I've ever seen in my life, and they all had wheels on them, and I'm the only one carrying, like, this giant fucking trekker's bag. And I'm like, these bitches. Anyway, so after that, and then after getting, I think the ostriches got out. Or the birds. Interesting. I don't know if that's if they're supposed to be or not, but there's 2 ostriches, I think. Or ducks. Swans, maybe? I don't know. Maybe they'll come over here. They're really cute. They're geese, maybe. They might be geese. Okay, anyways, so yeah, so I escaped one farm, and then we left that other farm. They let us stay there for a week and kind of recalibrate. We were trying to find new farms, and we went to an interview and tried to get into this farm, but it was the 3 of us trying to get in together, and it's kind of hard already with the woofer program that I was using to even contact this type of fucking situation. So luckily, the farm that I got into after escaping the first farm had contacts with another farm who was in the same program that I was in, that was potentially available if we matched their criteria, which I'm 6 years old, so I'm already 11 years out of their age gap. And the other one of us was 19, so she also was below the age gap, so they kind of just didn't let us come in, which was a blessing in disguise in the end. Long story short, then immediately after that, I went for a job interview, and on the eve of the said job interview, my everything was lost. My ID, my wallet, and my credit card. Or my ID, my cell phone, and my credit card were all misplaced through another event of Hawaii where there's literally, I could write books, a single book about each individual week on Maui. It's that fucking crazy. So, yeah, so it's like so now I'm stranded on Maui for 2 weeks with no phone, no money. Like it was a fucking mess. And not only that, there was a hurricane going on. And I was stuck in Hana. Actually, it was in Naiku, which is a village above Hana. So, anyways, I ended up fucking having to fly home. Before that, I was trying to like find a job, and I met this guy at the beach, and we became really close, and I was going to try and stay there and work and find a job, but it was really hard because I didn't have any identification. And so it was like, I tried everything I could to stay there. And then my sister called me one day and she was like, hey, I got you a ticket, to come home. You're going to come home. You need to be ready. You need to be at the airport at this time. And so I was like, motherfucker, honestly. It really was. I was not ready to come home. I was kind of upset, but I was like so geared up. I was like, okay, this is awesome. Because now I can just go home, get my money, get all of my shit sold, pull it out of storage, get everything sold, and then move to Maui, right? So that was in August. So I get home, and I'm home for a week, and I'm immediately depressed. Not really. I kind of just took a week to rest, honestly. And in the morning that I kind of felt like it was like a week after I'd gotten home, I took a week to rest. I woke up to Lahaina on fire. And that was fucked up. Like, that was so fucked up in my mind. I was like, what is even happening? Because you guys don't even know what happened at the first farm that I was on, or any of this story, which is going to come out eventually. But just like, that was devastating to me. Not only for like, that is like, it was completely devastating that happened. And I, out of respect and everything else, like I knew that wouldn't be like, I was like, how do I get back to Maui to help? But I'm also like, I don't want to take away from the culture's like need for like respect, and I really felt like a lot of us Americans and people all around the world were disrespecting their fucking culture. Like, and also just the whole fucking thing. I'm not going to get into that either. So that was that was like the first knockdown after. Was that like the fifth knockdown? No. Okay. Listen. So, like I said, I met this guy who we became very close, and then he came out to see me on my birthday in September, and it was fucking awesome. Anyways, and so we got really close. They came out again in November, and I really, things were still kind of struggling for me in that sense. And, I don't remember now why I was going into this, but yeah. So it's like letting go of non-attachment, master of non-attachment. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. And I thought I had already been the master of non-attachment before I went to Maui. I don't know. I've just been like relearning these. Like, no, you still have more to let go of. I think that's kind of done intentionally in a weird way. Like, we only get so much as we can handle, and the more that I've grown through this journey, the more I recognize that and see it. So letting go of non-attachment. Yeah. So this is, I'm almost closer to the time. Yeah. Anyways, just become the master of non-attachment. I mean, this one thing after another kept happening to me with me wanting to move to Maui. I mean, the guy and I were even making plans to build a house on his parents' property. And I was like kind of really in love with this guy. Not really kind of. I really loved. When I say I love you, like I love you. You know? Like it's not, I could never say that word and be like fake about it. So we were at that point where, I mean, even when we first met, I mean, the first, you know, anyways, I'm not going to get into that. Be the master of non-attachment, okay? Be the master of non-attachment. That is the best thing that you can do for yourself right now. Though you may naturally want to resist and struggle through it, be more like the hangman. Find stillness, open your eyes, and use this new perspective to learn something. You're stuck here anyways. Okay, and that's what the last part was. It's like, I'm stuck here anyways. Like I said, I have now gotten to the point where I am stuck here anyways because I don't have the funds, the money, and all of the things haven't worked the way that I wanted them to. But in a beautiful way, it's been exactly what it needed to be because I wouldn't have had and gained all the knowledge through this last year, you know, and maybe you too. Yeah. You're gonna be here anyways. Like, yes, I literally am back in the same house that I was in before I left for Maui, but I couldn't be happier, honestly. I just left my sister's house. I'm not really living here, but I'm just staying here, but I feel at home here. I could literally sleep in the bush and be much happier here than in the city, surrounded by this bullshit. So, and just, this is going to be about the last of the message, you know, because we're really getting, oh my gosh, this is really pretty. I think I'm going to maybe zoom around and let you guys take a look at it when I'm done here. But we pulled the Empress. Bitch. You don't have to actually resonate with this, but maybe this is, you know, okay. Maybe you are resonating with this because you are female. But if you're not, don't worry. It doesn't matter about the card being feminine if you are masculine. Actually, we actually have both divine feminine and divine masculine within us. And this is kind of part of what we've been being called to awaken to and unite within is the sacred feminine and the divine masculine. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay? All right, so the Empress card is literally like the best next to the High Priest. I mean, I fucking love all the major arcana cards. And that's kind of what, is it the major arcana? Yeah, okay. I'm not going to go there because I don't really know exactly if I have the accurate information to say that. So, okay, so the Empress, creation, nature, the mother. The Empress is the mother or the goddess of the tarot. Her energy encompasses all that is warm, fertile, creative, and sensual in the world. Her strength comes from being gentle and compassionate, loving without binding. When this card appears, it's pointing to either a maternal relationship in your life or the side of you that wants to love more. And so what did I just say? So your divine feminine, your inner feminine wants to be loved more. Right? It's suggesting it's time for you to reconnect with nature. Go outside tonight and find the moon. And I'm always so bad with the crescents and remembering which one's waning and which one's waxing. Let me look, see if I can find it. The moon was out up here earlier today. Where did it go? Oh, right above my head. Sweet. Okay. So, this is the opposite moon that we have today. So maybe something is going to be happening. Maybe a lot of this stuff is going to start feeling more like true when we go through to the next new moon. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but we had it on the 8th. So I'm going to assume it's going to be like around that day next month, June. And that's crazy. I'm assuming it's going to be June 8th, actually, only because I keep getting this infinity, and 8 is here a lot already. So we got 8 and yeah. Okay. So the Empress. And now this is the 2 of Pentacles, and I love this card. I literally feel like this is almost the same reading that I had for somebody recently, but with a whole different deck. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I might have to go look into that actually, because that would be pretty cool. So, 2 of Pentacles. Right. The 2 of Pentacles signifies an inevitable change. Don't you guys love tarot? Like, I couldn't even do this if I tried. This usually, okay, if I couldn't even make this up if I tried, is what I was trying to say. Since the Pentacles suits relate to earthly possessions, this usually means a new job or financial situation or a move. That's crazy. Even if you fear this change, it needs to happen and might even be fun. Face it, with the grace of a newly formed butterfly, a world of possibilities balanced upon your delicate wings. It's time to take flight, baby boo. I'm going to leave the message here. I wanted to just get one in before the sun goes down, because I am going to be rising with the sun from now on, and going to bed with the sun. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you got something from this message today. I hope it brought you some inspiration. I hope it gave you whatever it was that your heart needed in this moment. And I really appreciate all the comments and anything that anyone has to share. I'm very fucking talkative. And yeah, so let's build this community up. Like and share this video if you if you feel called to. And oh my gosh, I told you guys those birds were going to be coming over here. They just hopped over the fence. It's interesting. I'm going to try and see if I can catch them. Hey birdies, those are not peacocks right now. I'm going to sit right here, and I swear to God, there is a peacock walking over to me right now. Hi, baby. Or a turkey? What is that? My neighbor, my friend will know. It's got a really pretty blue neck, though. I wonder if I'll scare him by getting up on accident. Hey, baby. What are you doing? The other one over there stuck in the bushes. Okay, maybe I should go let them know that the birds are out, because it's about to be nighttime. And we have coyotes. Yeah. Thanks. Bye.